Today I want to share something very important, something many people do without realizing how harmful it can be. It's the habit of telling everyone about your plans. Yes, you heard me right. A lot of people love to announce every idea they get, every business plan, every dream, sometimes to friends, sometimes to strangers, and often on social media. You might have seen posts like, "Hey guys, I'm starting a new business, wish me luck," or "I'm planning this, I'm planning that." But listen carefully, not everyone needs to know your plans. And today I'll explain why. When I was younger, I made the same mistake. I was so excited about my ideas that I couldn't stop talking about them. I would sit with friends for hours, discussing how we would start companies, change the world, and even become billionaires. It was fun to dream, but soon I noticed something strange. Every time I spoke too much about my plans, things didn't turn out the way I wanted. Why? Because too many opinions get in the way. The moment you share your plans, people start giving advice, most of it from those who have never tried what you're attempting. Some are afraid of risks, and some honestly don't even want to see you succeed. Imagine trying to cook one dish while 100 different chefs shout instructions at you. The result? Confusion, not clarity. There's another problem too. When you keep talking about your big ideas, you burn out the excitement in words instead of actions. Think about it. You share an idea and someone says, "Wow, that's amazing." In that moment, you feel accomplished, almost as if you've already succeeded. That good feeling tricks your mind, and instead of working harder, you spend more energy talking. You start chasing validation instead of execution. My advice? Stay quiet. Let your work speak for itself. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but isn't it good to share ideas and get feedback? Of course, guidance is important, but not from everyone. Not every piece of advice is worth listening to. Let me give you a real example. When I started Alibaba, almost nobody believed in the idea. People laughed at me. They said, "An e-commerce business in China? That's impossible. The internet is for the West, not for China." Even one of my teachers told me to stick with teaching because business was too risky. If I had let those doubts affect me, if I had shared every detail and allowed people to discourage me, Alibaba would never exist today. Here's the truth. Sometimes the people closest to you unknowingly hold you back, not because they don't care, but because they can't see what you see. Your vision is yours. Your dreams are yours. Nobody else has lived your life or walked in your shoes, so they can't fully understand your purpose. That's why I say don't share everything. Not everyone is ready to believe in you. Not everyone is capable of giving you the right advice. Think of it like planting a seed. You don't dig it up every day to show people. You leave it in the soil, nurture it quietly, and with time it grows into a strong tree. Only then do others see the result of your hard work. When you keep your plans private, something powerful happens. You become more focused. You stop worrying about what others think, and you put all your energy into the work itself. That's when real growth begins. Let me share a story. In the early days of Alibaba, people constantly told me e-commerce wouldn't work in China. They said customers wanted to visit markets, touch products, and bargain face to face. Did I waste time arguing with them? No. I stayed quiet and kept working. My small team and I worked day and night, eating instant noodles and even sleeping in the office. We had no time for endless talk. We only had time for action. And when Alibaba finally succeeded, the same people who doubted us were shocked. How did this happen? They asked. I didn't argue. I didn't remind them of their words. I just smiled. That's the beauty of quiet work. Your results speak louder than any announcement. There's one more thing you should know. Jealousy is real. Not everyone will be happy for you. Some may smile on the surface, but secretly hope you fail. And when you share your dreams with such people, they can discourage you, sometimes without even realizing it. You've probably experienced this yourself. You tell someone your idea, and instead of encouragement, they say, "Are you sure? That sounds risky. Do you think you can actually do it?" Slowly, their doubts become your doubts. You start questioning yourself, and before long, you lose confidence. That's why being careful is so important. Not everyone deserves to know your plans. Work in silence, stay focused, and let your success tell the story for you. So, what's the solution? Simple, don't give others the chance to feel jealous in the first place. Keep your plans private. Let people see your success only when it's too late for them to stop you. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying you should never talk about your plans. Of course, there are times when you need advice or feedback. But here's the key: be selective. Don't share your vision with people who don't understand it. Don't share it with those who are negative or pessimistic. Instead, surround yourself with a small circle of trusted people, those who believe in you, those with experience, and those who can give you constructive advice. In my case, during the early days of Alibaba, I had a few close friends and mentors who stood by me. They didn't always grasp exactly what I was building, but they trusted that I would figure it out. They encouraged me to keep going when things were extremely tough. And believe me, things got very tough. There were times when we had no money, no resources, and almost no hope. But because I had the right people around me, I kept pushing forward. I didn't need 100 opinions. I only needed a few good ones. Now let's talk about another issue: fear. Many people share their plans with everyone because they're scared. Scared of failing, scared of being embarrassed, scared of making mistakes. They think that by announcing their goals publicly, they'll feel more accountable and therefore more motivated to succeed. But here's the truth: fear is a poor motivator. When fear drives your decisions, you don't think clearly. You don't act with confidence. You let other people's opinions control your actions. You must not be afraid of failure. You must not be afraid of mistakes. Failure is part of the process. It's actually necessary. When I was building Alibaba, I failed many times. I made countless mistakes, but I didn't quit. I didn't allow fear to stop me, and neither should you. When you keep your plans private, you free yourself from the fear of judgment. You give yourself room to experiment, to fail, to learn, and to grow, without the pressure of outside opinions. That's how you give yourself the best chance at success. Here's the reality: in the end, nobody cares about your plans. What people care about are your results. You can talk all day about what you intend to do, but if you don't deliver, it means nothing. That's why I always say, let your success speak for itself. When Alibaba succeeded, people were stunned. They couldn't believe that a small team with so little had built one of the largest e-commerce companies in the world. But by then it was too late for doubts or criticism. The results were undeniable. That's the lesson: results will always speak louder than words. So remember this: by keeping your plans private, you protect your vision. You shield it from negativity, jealousy, and doubt. You give yourself the space to focus on what truly matters: execution. And when you finally succeed, people won't need to hear about all your plans. They'll see the outcome with their own eyes. My young friends, as you move forward in life, keep this truth close to your heart. Silence is your superpower. Don't waste time telling everyone what you're going to do. Don't look for approval from people who can't see your vision. Don't let fear guide your choices. Instead, focus on the work. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Let your success surprise those who doubted you. And above all, trust yourself. Everything you need to succeed is already within you. You just need to stay focused, stay quiet, and keep moving forward. One day, when you've achieved your dreams, people will ask, "How did you do it?" And you'll smile, knowing the secret was simple: you kept your plans to yourself. Thank you.